Hello, I'm Randy with FPV Trends and also Guilford Marketing. And I wanted to create a course out here so that others could access it and learn how to make money with their drones doing real estate. And if this one's successful, then I'll also make them about doing roof inspections and maybe under deck inspections and business inspections and things like that. But this particular course is going to be about real estate. And now this is going to be for anybody that wants to do a fly through or around real estate or land. So this could be for real estate agents wanting to do their own work. It could also be for anybody that owns a drone that is looking for a part-time income or even a full-time income as a business, or anybody like that that's just curious about it. Now, this is not going to be some fancy course. This is just me in my little office here, as you can see. There's nothing fancy about it. But then again, this is a 100% free course. So now you're probably wondering, well, Randy, what makes you an authority on this? Well, I've been doing real estate fly-throughs and land and roof inspection flyovers and things like that for a very long time. I've been flying drones for a very long time. And you can probably see some of my other videos here where I just started this YouTube channel here and have been creating videos of me flying. But I have been flying since all the way back in the DJI Phantom 1 days. That's how far back I've been flying. So, and even before that, and also still now, I fly RC planes as well. I was flying RC planes all the way back in 1992, 1993. I was an RC pilot. So I kind of know a little bit about what I'm doing and how to create jobs and get jobs and things like that. So in this course, some of the things we're going to go over, things that are fairly obvious and then things that may not be so obvious. In lesson 1 here, we're going to go over getting your Part 107 FAA pilot certificate and the types of jobs you can get and how to get them. Then in lesson 2, that'll be coming up in the near future, we'll be getting into floor plans, mapping out your floor plans, setting up your shots, securing any needed Lance approvals, securing the right insurance, pre-flight checks of the drone, and so on. Lesson 3, we're going to make sure that the home is clear of the people and pets. We're going to get into securing loose objects, getting your visual observer in place, getting the right start positions, finding a place to hide, things like that. In lesson 4, we're going to go over flying through the house, getting the right shots, and flying out of the house and over the house and around the house. And then in lesson 5, we're going to dive into a little bit of video editing and any final thoughts. So that's kind of how this course is going to go. It is 100% free. You'll need to go ahead and subscribe if you want to be notified as the next lessons come out and any future courses come out as well. So go ahead and be sure that you subscribe to the channel and be prepared for that. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started with this lesson 1. Now, whether you're a real estate agent or a drone enthusiast or a person trying to start a business, no matter who you are, in order to fly through real estate, you're going to need your Part 107 FAA certificate. Now, I know what you're probably thinking. You're thinking, well, the FAA don't control indoor airspace. Well, what they do control is the minute you leave the outside of the house, or the inside of the house, I should say, and start flying over it, they control that airspace, number 1. And number 2, anything you're doing for commercial purposes, even if you're doing it for yourself or for free for somebody, you still have to have a Part 107 FAA certificate because that falls under commercial drone flying, and you definitely do not want to get in trouble for that. Now, luckily, there is a place called the Pilot Institute. I'm going to leave a link in the description below, or you can just go straight to pilotinstitute.com. And in this, they have drone courses, and you can get your Part 107 commercial drone license just by coming to their website, scrolling down, clicking on it, and then you can go in and get your drone Part 107 drone license. It is a real easy course. I did take the course. It looks like right now they've got it for $149 for lifetime access. I have taken the course. I passed the course. I passed the actual FAA certificate license and did get my Part 107 FAA license. So this is a really good course that I would highly recommend. Greg is the owner and the instructor, and he is absolutely fantastic, and he will answer any questions that you have, because I ask questions a lot in there, just so I would know if I could recommend the course myself. And then, yes, he answered them very, very quickly. So the first thing you're going to have to do is get your Part 107. And that goes for anybody that's going to be flying in any real estate scenario whatsoever. Even if you're doing it for yourself, Even if you're doing it for free for somebody, you still need your Part 107 FAA certificate. Now, you might be asking yourself, what type of jobs can you get once you get your Part 107 FAA certificate? Well, here's just a list of just a few of them. I mean, there's many, many more that you can obviously get. But you can do real estate jobs. You can do land jobs. What I mean by land is you're surveying the land. Now, don't mistake that for actual surveying. In some states, cities, counties, things like that, you may or may not have to have some sort of special license or even some kind of degree to be able to do actual surveying. So we don't want to say we're land surveyors, but what I mean by that is you can fly over people's land and then let them take the video and make the assumptions of where their land may be. You can also fly over land to look for downed trees. You can fly over land to look for livestock, anything like that. You can do restaurant work. Restaurants love to have a drone fly through and make a video for a commercial or something like that. You can do commercial work. And when I say commercial, I'm not necessarily talking about television commercials. I'm talking about commercial real estate or commercial businesses or industrial. There's different types of industrial places out there. Like in our area, we have a Walmart distribution center, an Amazon distribution center, a Lowe's distribution center, and the list goes on and on and on. And they may like somebody to fly through there and just to maybe they're making a commercial, maybe they're making a video for their investors, maybe they're just wanting to look and see without having to walk through the whole area what their stock shelves look like, things like that. You can do small space inspections. If you have a small enough drone, like for example, I have an Avata that I bought just for doing stuff like this under small spaces. You can use the head tracker and go underneath decks. As long as there's about a foot off the ground, you can go underneath decks. You could probably, I haven't tried it, but you could probably go into crawl spaces of houses. You be careful if you do that, but you probably could. You could probably fly through an attic of a house. I've never done that either, but you probably could. But small spaces and things like that where people can't get to, you can definitely fly a drone into areas like that. Roof inspections. I do a lot of roof inspections, a whole lot of them, and I'm going to try to make a course just on roof inspections as well. But again, we don't want to call it an inspection because I'm not some kind of certified inspector nor am I a roofer. But I can go up there and fly around and create pictures, and I can create videos. I can get close-ups of different shingles. I can get close-ups around their vent stacks and things like that. And then they can look at the video and determine for themselves if they think they need to get a roofer out there. So you can do things like that. You can do gutter inspections. You can go around and see if their gutters need to be cleaned, if their gutters are hanging down, what may need to be, if they're rusting or anything like that. You can do tree inspections. Again, I got an Avata and I've already done several tree inspections for people. We had a big storm come through and people wanted to make sure their trees weren't cracked or fixing to fall over or limbs were cracked. And you can take the Avata straight up in the trees and you can fly around. And if I hook it to my cell phone, people can sit there with me and they can watch it in real time as I'm flying around. They can say, hey, can you move over to the left? Can you move over to the right? Great job for doing tree inspections. You can do power line inspections, okay? Again, we don't necessarily want to call that an inspection because we're not electricians. We don't work for the power company, but we could be hired by a power company to just fly up and while an electrician is watching the video screen, and they can have us fly around and they can look at different things on the power lines. You can do cell tower inspections. Same thing. You have a professional there looking at the screen. You're flying your drone up. You're flying around it. They're directing you where to go, and you're doing that. And the list just goes on and on and on. So there's many types of jobs that you can get with a drone and a Part 107 FAA certificate, but you got to make sure you have that certificate. Now, in this course, we're going to focus on real estate. That's what we're going to focus on. And then if this one is successful and people leave in the comments, then we may go through and do land and restaurant, commercial, and just offer a whole batch of courses down through here of things that you can do. Now, where can you get jobs from? Well, you can do all kinds of different things to find jobs, okay? And let's go over just a real quick list of that. Okay, so how do you find jobs or get jobs? Well, there's all kinds of different ways that you can do that in today's world, basically. You'd be amazed how many jobs I can get off just posting an ad on Craigslist. Now, you will have to pay for ads on Craigslist because you want to put them in the real estate section if you're doing real estate, or in the home section if you're doing like gutter work and things like that. But again, we're sticking real estate here, so you're going to have to pay for them. Now, in my area, it's $5 an ad, so that's not that bad. And I can just about guarantee that I'll get a couple of jobs off of that. So $5 investment for getting several $100s back is is a pretty good return on investment. Nextdoor is another one. If you've never been to nextdoor.com, I think it is. I post several ads on there all the time for real estate fly-throughs, roof inspections. I get a lot of roof inspections and tree inspections off of Nextdoor, and that's in your local area. And it's free to post on there, and you can get all kinds of lists. Facebook, you can go into Facebook Marketplace, or you just post an ad, or not post an ad, but just post on Facebook that you're doing this. You'd be surprised how many jobs you'll get off Facebook. Instagram's the same way. Just start posting pictures. Make you an Instagram account just for your business, and start posting pictures and videos of you doing fly-throughs and taking pictures of roofs and stuff like that. And just, put on them, would you like your roof inspected, or would you like a bird's eye view of your roof? I like to use that a lot. Get a bird's eye view of your home, and it gets all kinds of jobs. There are lead sites out there that you can use, and you can basically look them up by going to Google and just saying drone leads or something like that, and it'll bring them up. But I'm going to show you two here in just a second. And you also want to network with real estate agents. Every area has a thing called, I think it's called CREA, I believe is the correct word for it. I can't remember exactly, but it's basically local real estate agents. They go meet every week or once a month, and it's a free thing, and they just go through, and you can go to those things, and you can start networking people, leaving your business cards and things like that. But let's go take a look at some lead sites. Here's one called bark.com. And basically what you do is you want to join as a professional. There's a button up here, join as a professional. But once you join, then you can get leads for people in your area, or you determine the area. Like I put mine at 25 miles. You can put 50 miles, 100 miles, whatever. And then the leads come in because people come here and they enter their zip code and what they're looking for. And then they'll come to you, and you can bid on those leads. So it does cost some money. You do have to buy some credits. They guarantee that you'll get at least one job off of every credit purchase that you make. Okay, so that's maybe a place to start. You also have a thing called Drone Base, which is very good. You can join as a pilot here, and then they send you to jobs. Basically, they get the jobs, they collect the money, they deal with the customers. You just go out and do it. Now, the only downside of this using Drone Base is you make a little less money. So, for example, if you were on Bark, or you did your own advertising, and let's say you charge $600 to do a real estate fly-through, then if you're using Drone Base and they send you out to a real estate fly-through, they may charge the same $600, but may only give you 300 of it or 250 of it or something like that. So you're going to make less money, but you don't have to deal with anything. You don't have to deal with customer service. You don't have to deal with posting ads. You don't have to deal with collecting the money, figuring out how to collect the money. You don't have to deal with any of that. Okay. So, so you could use something like that. Now, how do you take money? Let's go ahead and talk about that real briefly, how you're going to take your money. Okay, so how do you get paid? Well, there's all kinds of apps out there that you can get paid through. Okay, you can use PayPal, you can use whatever, but I've listed a few here that I like. Cash App is one that I love because there's no fees that come out of it. They send you the money through Cash App, and you get 100% of the money. Venmo is another one that's okay. More people will have Venmo than Cash App, I'm finding out. But with Venmo, they're going to put down that they paid for a service, and then Venmo's owned by PayPal, by the way. Then they're going to take out a percentage, just like you're taking credit cards. So I think it's like 2.9% plus 30 cents per transaction that they're going to take out of your money. So you just got to remember that. If somebody says, I want to pay you with Venmo, then what you do is you can charge them a credit card fee. That's not unheard of these days. You can charge them a 3% credit card fee. And so if your price is $100, charge them $103. By the time Venmo takes out their percentage, you're back down to $100 or maybe slightly less, somewhere around in there. But you can do that. I choose not to do that. If they want to pay that way, that's fine. At least I'm getting my money. You can accept checks. I very seldom accept checks, personal checks. I will accept cashier's checks and money orders, and I will accept checks from businesses. But from a person, I hardly ever accept checks because they can bounce, and I have no way of checking that. And, of course, you can do good old-fashioned cash. I would highly recommend that before you give them the video footage of the job, or if you're going to let them watch on a screen like your cell phone, that you get paid first. You do not want to do a job. I have done I've only done one, and I learned my lesson, where I went out, I let them watch on my screen. This was a few years ago. I was flying a Mavic. I let them watch on my screen, and then I sent them the video, and they never paid me. I never got paid. So always get your money up front, but for trust issues, maybe don't ask for it before you go to the job site. Okay, so yes, you can still lose out there. I never have, but you could. But sometimes people will ask you, should I pay you now? Do I need to pay you now? And you can just say, yeah, go ahead. And here's my Cash App number, or here's my Venmo or whatever. And you can go ahead and pay me now, and then I'll be out next week to do the job. But you certainly, if they're not going to watch you, you can create the video and then get paid. But you want to get paid before you send them the video, okay? If they're going to sit and watch you, then they've basically already got their service completed because they were able to sit here and watch you on your phone or your screen, and they were able to get out of it what they wanted to get out of it. So I would get paid first. I would just say, before we fly, we need to go ahead and take care of payment. I'm here, so you can trust me. I'm here. You see my drone. It's ready to fly. I just need to go ahead and get paid real quick, and then go from there, okay? So, or, I mean, you can do it any way you want to do it. It's your business. I'm just telling you what I do. If you want to do the complete job, get them the video, let them view it, all that stuff, and then pay you, then that's fine. You know, you'll probably get 1 out of every 100 people that'll never pay you. And if you're willing to do that, that's fine. That's just not something that I do. But that's several different ways that you can get paid, and that's how I go about getting paid myself. So that's going to complete lesson 1 here. Like I said, go ahead and subscribe to the channel here, and that way you'll be notified as I put out other lessons. And that helps me also know that people are enjoying these lessons and are getting something out of them. Please be sure to leave any questions in the comments below. And if you love the video, put it in the comments below too that, hey, man, this was awesome. I can't wait for the next lessons, because that just kind of motivates me and helps me know that I'm doing the right thing and talking about the right information and actually helping somebody. So that being said, you know, I hope you enjoyed this lesson, and I look forward to bringing you the next lesson over the next few weeks, and then we'll just keep bringing them out from there. So until next time, stay safe, fly safe, and I'll see each and every one of you on the flip side.